Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Erik Ten Hag unsure of Anthony Martial's availability after a groin surgery. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag has said that he is unsure over the availability of Anthony Martial, who underwent a groin surgery earlier this year. The Frenchman has been on the sidelines since January, but it was reported that he could return to action by April. However, he has yet to report for team training. Martial has been training individually with the medical team on the grass, and Ten Hag is unsure when the 27-year-old will be available to return to action. He told manunited.com, "I don't know. Anthony is still with the medical team. He is out on the pitch, but if he will be available, I don't know." Martial's current deal with the United expires in June 2024, and the club have decided against triggering an extension clause to keep him for another year. With his persistent injury concerns, it's widely anticipated that the £250,000 a week star will be released by the Red Devils come the end of the season. For the short term, Ten Hag will be hoping that Martial can return to team training. It depends on receiving the green light from the medical team. Even then, we don't see the prospect of him starting for the club again. He could make a cameo appearance or two next month if he is deemed fit. United will play in the Vitality Stadium after 1 hour from recording this video against Bournemouth in the Premier League. The Red Devils are currently on a 3-match winless league streak, and Ten Hag will want a strong response against the Cherries in the evening kick-off. It won't be a straightforward contest. The Cherries won 3-0 in the reverse fixture at Old Trafford and are presently on a 3-game winning run on home soil. Real Madrid aiming to step up their efforts to sign Man United wonderkid Kobbie Mainoo. Real Madrid are showing no signs of slowing down in their efforts to sign Manchester United gem Kobbie Mainoo and are reportedly set to push more to land him amidst uncertainty over the long-term future of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. Mainoo has been a beacon of light for United during a dreary campaign for the Red Devils that has seen them lose 12 Premier League matches so far. United were also knocked out of the Champions League and the Carabao Cup in a humiliating fashion earlier in the campaign. As it stands, a top 4 finish seems like an impossible task, and the only chance Erik Ten Hag and his players have of restoring some pride is winning the FA Cup. Amidst the consistently poor performances and results, Mainoo has impressed with his calm and composed displays in the middle of the park, which have earned him rave reviews from fans, the media and his colleagues. In his breakthrough season, the teenager has made 23 appearances across all competitions. He has registered 3 goals in that period. The Carrington Academy graduate also made his England debut last month, and unsurprisingly he stood out head and shoulders above his more senior and experienced teammates. It was stated that Florentino Perez is an admirer of the United youngster and believes he has the attributes and talent to line up for the Spanish giants. Catalan publication El Nacional have given a slight update and point out that in addition to Mainoo, Madrid are also targeting Manchester City's Phil Foden. However, Carlo Ancelotti's side are aware that it's impossible to obtain Foden and have turned their attention towards Mainoo, a player described by the newspaper as a good caviar to potentially replace the aging Modric and Kroos. The outlet explains that Mainoo's performances have awakened the interest of Madrid, who want to add him to their ranks. Some of Mainoo's qualities that have attracted the attention of Perez include his inviolable physique and his capability to play both in the midfield positions as well as higher up the pitch. Euro giants eyeing Man United ace, Red Devils want to sign €30 million rated star from them. Manchester United defender Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been linked with a move away from the club, and Inter Milan are keen on signing him. A report from Gazzetta dello Sport claims that the Italians are keen on the 26-year-old defender, and they could look to make a move for him at the end of the season. The former Crystal Palace defender will help Inter Milan improve defensively, but he can be quite limited going forward. He has been criticized for his lack of end product going forward, and it remains to be seen whether Inter Milan are prepared to break the bank for him. The defender is reportedly valued at 15 million euros, and he should prove to be a quality addition for a reasonable price. Meanwhile, Denzel Dumfries continued to be linked with an exit from the Italian club, and the Italian Giants value him at 30 million euros. A report from Inter Live adds that Man United are keen on securing his services, and it will be interesting to see if the two clubs can work out a deal that benefits them both. Dumfries is better than the Manchester United player going forward, and he could add a new dimension to their attack. It will be interesting to see if the Red Devils decide to make a move for him after selling the English defender. 30 million euros would be a reasonable price to pay for the Dutch international, and he could be a good fit for them next season. The opportunity to join one of the biggest clubs in England will be an attractive proposition for the Inter defender, and he will look to test himself in the Premier League. Manchester United have had a disappointing season this year, and they will look to bounce back strongly. Signing the right players in the summer could be the key to their resurgence. Andre Onana echoes Erik ten Hag's worrying response to defensive issues. Andre Onana has endured a roller coaster of a Manchester United career to date. Speaking to Sky Sports on his early criticism, he claimed, "In life, everything is temporary, and so you have to find a good balance. Not too high, not too low. I know 6 months before I was seen as the best, then it can be that in 6 months everything changes, and you just have to deal with the situation. Critics are a part of life, especially when you reach this kind of level." Onana has also been quick to praise his teammates and coaching department for their role in helping him settle into the squad. He said, "We are in this together. I want to thank Tom Hitton, Altay Bayender, Richard Hartis, and Craig Mawson. It's been a difficult time, a difficult situation, a difficult start for me. We have to protect each other, especially when things are not going good. Most of the keepers who have been here at Man United had difficulty in the beginning. These are the kind of messages they were giving me, and the players also helped me so much." The goalkeeper did admit that injuries have certainly played their part in the team's defensive woes, but concluded that any player representing the club should have the skill set to deal with it. He said, "Well, it's quite easy when you are used to playing with the same back four. We are Manchester United, so every player around the first team has the level to belong here. Unfortunately, we have a lot of injuries, but that is an opportunity for others, like Willie. He was brilliant for us. Being a goalkeeper is a position with a lot of responsibility. You have to be ready to play with anyone, and I can't complain. Of course, when you are used to playing with the same line, it's the best, but at the moment, we don't have that." Onana refused to answer the question on his best game, as he doesn't believe he has shown his true potential yet, but he does have a favorite experience: the topsy-turvy 4-3 FA Cup victory over Liverpool last month. Erik ten Hag says he will miss John Murtough. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has admitted that he will miss the presence of John Murtough, who recently stepped down from the football director position. Murtough spent almost 11 years at United in a variety of roles. In the last 3 years, the 53-year-old took responsibility in securing a number of transfer deals for the club. Speaking in yesterday's press conference, Ten Hag acknowledged that he will miss Murtaugh's support, and he thanked the Englishman and wished him best for the future. The manager also said that it's very important that the new ownership replace his function ahead of the new season. Talks are currently ongoing for Dan Ashworth. He told manunited.com, "I think you mentioned something big there about the structure in the new season. It's very important that the new ownership is working on this. They have to replace his function to go into the new season. For the moment, I now miss his support and the surrounding board. You miss that, but he moved on and has made his choice. We worked very well together, and I must say thank you to John, and I wish him all the best for the future." United have a busy summer transfer window ahead of them, and they need a director of football in place as soon as possible. Ashworth has been earmarked as the prime target after he stepped down from the sporting director role at Newcastle United. However, a deal seems far from straightforward, with the Magpies eyeing a hefty compensation to part ways with Ashworth. The 53-year-old has been placed on gardening leave, and Newcastle want around £15 million to release him from his deal. Otherwise, Ashworth won't be allowed to accept a new position until 2026. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has opened talks with Magpies co-owner Amanda, and hopefully they will reach a middle ground. Man United can convince Juventus to sell Gleison Bremer with €60 million plus offer. Manchester United can convince Juventus to sell Gleison Bremer this summer with an offer of more than €60 million, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Red Devils are likely to sign a marquee centre-back during the next transfer window amid the uncertain future of Rafael Varane. Varane has had another injury-plagued season, and he could leave on a free transfer when his current contract concludes at the end of June. Bremer has been mentioned as the prime target, and Gazzetta dello Sport claimed that the Bianconeri could be tempted to sanction his departure. The Brazil international signed a new long-term contract in December last year. As part of the deal, a release clause worth €65 to €70 million was agreed, active from June 2025. Juventus have the option to postpone the clause with a €500,000 pay rise, but it's claimed that a bid of over €60 million from United this summer could convince them to sell him. The Red Devils have been linked with Bremer for a number of months. Gazzetta dello Sport claim that they initially made an approach for him at the beginning of the year. In our opinion, the club could have a genuine interest in the 27-year-old, considering he has been one of the most consistent central defenders in the Italian top flight this term. Bremer, who has been described as an exceptional player by Juventus legend Sergio Brio, has had a passing accuracy of 85% with 5.2 duels and 1.6 tackles won per game. He has also made 5.3 recoveries and 4.1 clearances in Serie A on average. His physical and technical attributes would make him a good signing, but we would personally prefer the hierarchy to recruit Ousmane Diomande from Sporting this summer. At 20 years of age, the Ivoirian is a better ball-playing centre-back than Bremer. He may lack the experience, but would provide value for money with his age and potential. He could be priced away for his release clause, worth €80 million, but the big question is whether United can persuade him to join without a Champions League football next season. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.